Gothy, and today's been an interesting day, to say the least. So, um, as some people know, there was a shooting in Australia the other day. They don't happen often, so when they do happen, it's pretty big news. Um, so it was a couple of suburbs over from where I live, and it was a police, wasn't a police officer, but it was someone who worked for the police, that was shot and killed. Um, Strangely enough, it's like a really young kid that did it too, and now it's come out that there's like a whole bunch of them, and it's like possibly a group. My hair is all over the place, but whatever. Um, and this morning, early this morning, from about 6 o'clock in the morning, there were police executing search warrants and that kind of thing. So I was woken up at like just before 7 o'clock this morning, with police knocking on my window, because they were looking for the people who live in the granny flat behind us. 5 police officers and 2 immigration officers. So I don't know if it's actually related to all of this stuff or not, but it's kind of scary, kind of creepy, and I'm also kind of pissed because they'd already spoken to Andrew, because Andrew's going to Brisbane Friday. It's Wednesday here. He's going to Brisbane on Friday for a robot competition. So he spent all of this morning, from about 6 o'clock this morning, just out in the front, packing all of his robot stuff up to take with him. So he was at the front and he spoke to them before they went around the side, because the gate to get to the granny flat is right next to my bedroom window. And he said, "Oh, just go through the gate. The unit's back there. The door for that unit and stuff's back there." And he said, "Just be quiet as you go through the gate because my housemate's asleep and she's an insomniac." So, like, the cops didn't want to speak to us. They didn't want to speak to me. Like, they just, I don't know. But as they were coming through, one of them knocked on my window, like, repeatedly knocked on my window. And to do that, like, where the gate opens and my window is here. So when the gate's open, my window is covered by the gate. And I also have bars on my window, so they would have had to move the gate, reach up through the bars, and knock on my window. Why was that necessary? Like, they didn't want to speak to me at all, they didn't speak to us afterwards and anything. And then we find out that they've been watching our house for a while. And I am creeped the hell out because, like, it seems, you know, we're possibly under surveillance because someone lives there that knows someone or something. I don't even know. And it's just, it set it up for a very interesting day. Very interesting day. Because after that, it wasn't worth going back to bed because it would take me forever to get to sleep. I was actually asleep too, which is why I'm pissed, because I don't sleep very much. But then we had TAFE, and I walked in and they were arguing about something, and then they tried to drag me in, and I was like, what the hell? It was like something to do with Lamingtons. Like, really? And then at some point later on in the day, somehow we got onto the topic of vaccinations, and it turns out some of the people in my class are anti-vaccination, and I have no patience for people who are anti-vaccination for what I consider to be silly reasons. Like, if someone can't be vaccinated because, they have, things like, lupus and, stuff like that, where, you may not be able to get the vaccines because of medical reasons, that's fine. Because I believe that, everyone else who can be vaccinated should be vaccinated, because then we have a herd immunity, and then people won't die to things like fucking chickenpox and measles, and polio won't make it fucking come back and stuff like that. Like, it's just beyond me when I hear people say, "Oh, but chemicals and autism," and it's just, oh my god. But one of the people in the class who is anti-vaccinations called me out specifically and was, "Oh, well, I understand why you would need to get vaccinations, but," and I'm just like, what, because I'm disabled? What are you trying to imply there? And I'm just, alright, no, I'm not, and I'm just thinking, no, 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 because the argument gets me pissed off like pretty much instantly. So I just no pick up my cross stitching. I'm just gonna sit here, stitch, not looking at him, not engaging. And then like she called me out, and I'm just like it's a good thing I wore this shirt today because it's accurate as hell today. And oh, they just kept going. And I was this person that I know vaccinated her child, and 2 months later he was autistic. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there, I'm just thinking, oh, okay, first of all, your child probably had autism before the vaccination, and it probably just hadn't showed itself. Secondly, why is the argument, oh, but they cause autism, they cause autism. Why is that the worst thing? Like, not vaccinating could lead to things like polio, you could die from chickenpox, you could die from measles, you can pass those diseases on to people who can't be vaccinated that can die from those diseases. Like, why is autism the worst thing that could happen to a kid? Everyone, oh my god, it causes autism! What, like, autism's like the absolute fucking worst thing? Worse than being... Okay, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. But, yeah, that came up. But then, I thought, okay, I walked out, wheeled out, and just sort of, nope, I'm okay, I'm just, yep, okay, I'm angry. I'm like shaking angry because I want to yell. Because not only does the argument piss me off, oh, they cause autism and all the chemicals, and that pisses me off. But the fact that they personally called me out, and oh, I know why you need to vaccinate. Why you like vaccination? Like, yeah, because in my situation, I'm allergic to a lot of different medications, and I can't take a lot of medications. So when I get sick, it's bad. But vaccinations are the reason that when I got chickenpox at the age of 17, I survived it. Like, pre-vaccinations, it would have killed me. Straight up. Even early days of vaccinations, it probably would have killed me because I got it when I was so much older. But vaccinations means that you get a lesser case or whatever, and, oh, just, oh, But then, the rest of the class went, fairly smoothly. I'm apparently I'm a suck ass, I'm a kiss ass, and, I'm like desperate for attention from, people who work in the industry, which, yeah, well, why wouldn't I be? I want to work in the industry, I want to make those connections, I want to prove that I'm a hard worker so that I can get employment, so that I can be involved in projects that can lead to employment. Like, that's, oh, you're a kiss ass, you're a suck ass. Really? Well, yeah, because that's how you get jobs. That's how you get involved in projects. That's how you get a reputation. Is to volunteer for things, is to meet people, is to get them to know who you are, and they think, oh, I've got this thing that needs to be done. Maybe some volunteers. Oh, I know exactly who I can call. I'm gonna go call Gothy because she's freaking awesome. Done. That is not a bad thing. How was that a bad thing? That is not a bad thing. But then, just as I thought we were going to end the day on a fairly positive note, somehow we got onto the topic of, we were talking about, political movements and, protesting and stuff like that. I brought up the slut walk, and someone asked, what's the slut walk? So I sort of gave it a brief, thing. It was, I was against, rape culture, slut shaming, body shaming, all that sort of stuff, social justice stuff. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about social justice, and the power of people and stuff like that. So somehow we got onto talking about, young girls wearing skimpy clothing and how they shouldn't because they should have self-respect and they should be classy, and they need to take responsibility for their own safety. Like, alright, yeah, they have to be safe. They have to take some responsibility for their own safety. But people can wear whatever they want to wear. People can walk wherever they want to walk. People can drink whatever the fuck they want to drink. People can do whatever they want to do as long as it doesn't hurt other people. people shouldn't rape, people shouldn't abuse, people shouldn't assault, people shouldn't chase people through dark alleyways. That's not, oh my god, no, I'm a female, so I shouldn't go do that because people are going to hurt me. Like, unfortunately, yeah, okay, there is a degree of that. But the solution is not cover them up. The solution is not never to go anywhere at night. The solution is not to drink. It's about teaching the people who do the things that hurt people not to fucking do them. To teach the future generations to say, hey, that's not acceptable behaviour, don't fucking do it. But it was just like, oh, but, they should cover up, and, they shouldn't run around in short skirts and stuff. Like, they can wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. Rape is going to happen, rapes and assaults and all that sort of stuff is going to happen regardless of if that person is in a short skirt or if they're in long pants and, a long sleeve shirt and a jacket and stuff. Rape and that is going to happen because there are assholes that exist in the world. It has nothing to do with the way you dress or how much you have to drink or where you go or where you are. Nothing like that matters. And this is why I don't talk about this sort of stuff very often, because I just get worked up and angry and ranty, and sometimes it just gets beyond me how people can honestly believe things like, vaccines cause autism and stuff like that. Like, how? And then, just, Andrew decided that we'd grab some KFC for lunch because he had to go to work. So, he went to grab KFC. We both went to grab KFC. And they had one girl, like, it was around 3 o'clock. So, all the kids who've just finished school, parents might be grabbing them something to eat. Some of the school kids grab food and stuff because the high school's right next to them, and there's a primary school just down the opposite side of the road. So, they get a lot of business in the afternoons. They know they get a lot of business in the afternoons. They had one girl on the front, by herself, taking orders and packing the food. And this KFC has a drive-through as well. So they had like 4 staff doing drive-through, 1 on front. And there were 4 of us waiting in line to be served. 2 people were waiting for their meals, they had been served. And there are 2 managers on sides doing nothing. And there were 3 other employees that were just standing there watching this girl run back and forth trying to get meals done as quickly as she can. And it just shits me off because, like, even Andrew said, hey, can one of you come out and help? Like, take some orders, help out. Oh, we haven't started yet. Fucking seriously? Like, because I used to work for KFC, and it used to be, it doesn't matter if you're not on. If you're in uniform, then go out the front and help. Because at the end of the day, it's the customer that matters. The customer has to leave satisfied. The customer has to have hot, fresh food. That's the way we used to do it. It's like, I would purposely get there earlier for my shifts so that if I needed to help for, before the transition period, I could. I could just jump in and, oh, you take the orders, I'll pack. Like, that's the way I do it. That's the way it should be done. No, we haven't started yet. Fucking people. People. I got mail. I haven't opened yet, so... Oh, fucking people today. It's just been one of those days. I'm glad that, I'm done for having to leave the house for the week, because, oh my god. And people. People. So, this is some Fiberlicious mail. Fiberlicious have a new website. And now I have a master list of all of their hand-dyed cottons, so I can work out which ones I have and which ones I still need. All of them. So Fiberlicious have a new website, and they now have 4 monthly clubs. So they have one, which is 5 cotton flosses a month. They have one that's 10 cotton flosses a month, one that is 5 silks a month, and one that is 10 silks a month. So I'm just getting the 5 silk a month one at the moment. I would like to get the 10 silk a month, it costs a lot at the moment, just because the exchange rate from the US dollar to Australia, from Australian dollar to the US dollar is like freaking stupid right now. It's ridiculous. So I have, this is one that I have already, but I'm not going to say no to two skins. So this is Vintage Rose, and it is a green and pink. This one is Princess Alicia, and this is a blue and pink with some little purpley bits. And this one, I have this one, yeah, I have this one too. This one's Sea Dragon, and it's blue, pink, green, and purple. Really pretty. This one is Clown, one that I have already as well. So that is a pink, yellow, green, and blue. In fact, the frame for this one is done in that colour. So this one is a different dye lot, so it has a bit more blue in it, whereas the one that I used didn't really have a blue in it. So that's that one stitched up. As you can see, I'm stitching the frame for the next one. I'm using Caribbean Carnival by Fabulous. I was kind of concerned because the blue in it melds into the fabric a bit more than I had planned. But I was gonna I was like, oh well, I better unstitch it. But I actually like it. I don't know. I just like the. I think it looks good, and it stands out enough. I feel so. Yeah, I haven't. Again, not stitching a whole lot, and this one I have as well. But this is Storm Brewing, and it's dark blue, grey, and like a white, pale blue sort of light colour. So I don't mind that I've got a few that are doubles because, you know, having two lots of something is always good because I have some projects that I've been wanting to start in these, and I've been wanting to pick some extra colours and stuff and get doubles of things. So yeah. And I mean, every couple of months there's going to be like a limited edition, one-off sort of thing as well, and yeah. Apart from that, I have, what else did I buy? I didn't buy any stuff, did I? Oh, I have Mr. White Murloc over here. You can't see him. My camera's moved again. Do 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 do. There's a really bad close-up of my hand. Here we go. You can see a little bit better. Maybe a little too much. You can see if... Here we go. That's good. Alright, so we have Zombie Murloc right here. And we have White Murloc back here. And these are like some little skull LEDs, and they keep just falling down because, oh my god, someone forgot to tell Australia that it's spring and not summer because it got to 41 degrees yesterday. So the sticky tape is not holding because it's been hot as shit. I'm not okay with skipping spring. Like, spring is my time to, like, ease into the fact that it's going to be hot as shit. Not, holy crap, it's hot as shit. I have 2 new colouring books too. I have Day of the Dead, which is really awesome. There's, like, skulls, and you can, like, add bits and pieces to them. My favourite one, probably no surprise. Where is it? Favourite one. I mean, that's one of my favourite ones, because he's just trippy and it's cool. It's the same one that's on the front. But like, these ones are cool, like, they're quite simplistic, but you could probably add your own, like, you know, do all the details and stuff. Yes! Not surprised. Not surprised, and that's my favourite one. And then I also got this one, which is a Follow Your Bliss. And there are a couple other in this series that I want to get. I want to get the Flower Mandalas, the Good Vibes, and the Nature Mandalas. They're just really nice designs. They're one-sided as well, so, you know, some of them have, like, example colorings, but you don't have to go by them. So, they're one-sided. On the other page is just, like, a inspirational quote kind of thing, so that if something bleeds through, it's not going to ruin another design. Which is great, because I love using my felt pens, even though, you know, they're not the best for blending and stuff like this, but there's, like, fancy writing ones. It's like a... yeah... it's like flowers, and happy houses, and pretty things. Yeah, I don't know, I just really like this one. But there are some other ones that I want to get to. And Of course. No one's surprised. No one is surprised. So stitching wise, I mean, I'm back at TAFE now, as you probably already told, because I've ranted about it for a bit. Back at TAFE now. Holidays went way quicker than I expected them to, and I don't know whether that's because I'm lazy and did nothing, or if it was just because I was stressing out because I'm having to start one of my classes all over again and do it online. And this is a class that I was 11 weeks into, with 7 weeks to go. I now had to start from the start and have it done by the 18th of November. On top of, I start the mentoring program next week, so I have a group of 10 Year 8 boys to teach lessons to. It's going to be interesting because it's like, 13, 14 years old, I think, Year 8. I'd say 12, 13 years old. So I've got 10 of them. 10 12-year-old boys. I don't know. I'm I'm freaking out a little, not gonna lie. Just 10 boys. And it's me. It's creepy. It's weird. I don't know. But that starts next week. We have our first session on Tuesday. And what else am I doing? Book Expo is coming up. Book Expo will be next weekend, which I will be doing a video, I'm hoping to meet up with some people too and meet people and that, and Selena Fennec will be there, so I'm happy. Although I have not done any more of my Heaven and Earth design, so I'm kind of embarrassed to take that along with me and get her to sign it because I've done freaking nothing on it. I need to. Oh god, why is that so heavy all of a sudden? It wasn't that heavy today. Ugh. TAFE bags, man. You get more paperwork and it just gets heavier and heavier and heavier. Oh, and next week I'm doing a drug and alcohol and mental health forum. And there are going to be a bunch of guest speakers and stuff who work in the industry, and I'm going to get my networking hat on and be like, oh yeah, I know all about that. Yeah, I don't. So this is the stitching that I've been taking with me to TAFE, that I did a whole bunch of today. My sister's stuck to the magnet. So this is, I'd call it halfway. This is a black books design by Plastic Little Covers. Yeah, I thought so. So there's just, I've got one more speech bubble to finish, the text to put in there, and then there's a little, why am I having brain farts now? Manny, and a, Dylan Moran there. So, yeah. And it's on Sparkly Ada. Can you see the sparkles? There we go, there's the sparkles. There's the good stuff. Yeah. But my stitchy bugs seems to be starting to come back a little bit, which is good. So hopefully it does continue to come back. I mean, I've still got a little bit of time, so I might be able to get some more done on my Haid if I finish story time and catch up with that. And just not procrastinate. I mean, I've got a lot to do at home. I've got a bunch of cleaning that I'm behind with. And Andrew, I've got to go to the shops tomorrow and get stuff so that I've got food while Andrew's gone. And yeah, just little things that I've got to do that I'm still having a lot of motivation issues, and I don't know why. I'm starting to think it's schizophrenia just deciding to fuck with me for a little while, because it does that sometimes, and it is frustrating as hell. But yeah. No anything else to show off? Did I show off that colouring book? I got another colouring book. I don't know if I showed this one off or not, but yeah, it's Indian designs. So it's lots of there's mandalas and paisleys. I love paisleys, and this is another one that is one-sided. So again, it doesn't matter if it bleeds through. Yeah. Also, I'm going to attach some pictures too because I did some painting last night. And that art therapy magazine that we subscribed to, I tested it out with watercolor paints last night, and we can use watercolors on them, which would be good if I could actually paint worth a damn with watercolors, but I can't. I'm really bad. Well, I wouldn't say I'm really bad, but I'm not great. And I'm sitting there going, oh, maybe if I get some new brushes and some finer tip brushes. No, 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 you just suck. That's all it is, you just suck. And apart from that, I've been doing lots of reading, which is good. I just realised how many. I can't remember if I did a book wrap up for. What are we in? October. I know I didn't do one for September. Did I do one for August? Oh god. How far behind am I? This is gonna bug me now. I might have to make some more videos later. Huh. Damn. Anyway, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna go and actually do some stitching. Um, and yeah, just really trying to get stuff done. There'll be some pretty pictures because not many because I haven't been taking pictures. Most of them will be of Illidan, I guarantee it, because I haven't been stitching, so there's none of that. But Illidan has been like crazy for cuddles lately, so I'm okay with that, except that I don't stitch. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go because it was like half an hour of me just like fucking chatting and not really doing fucking much at all. So, bye.